our immune system is suppressed and the defense system become weaker. We got sickness, got disease of invasion. So the other property, advantage of chewing slowly, because when we hungry or when we thirsty, like we explained yesterday, we hungry both physical and mentally. If we chew not careful and we swallow, the food doesn't have enough time to touch to the bud on our tongue and our nose. So it don't have enough time to send the feedback to the central nervous system to tell them, I already received enough food. And then the stomach full, have to working hard, but cannot digest, cannot absorb much. And the mind still hungry, and they require to eat more and eat more. The more we eat, the more the stomach has to work to digest, but cannot absorb much, and it has to be eliminated. So waste of time for digestion and elimination, but not much absorption. Another activity of choosing carefully and slowly, because on our cheek, our face, we have almost 400 different muscles, and they say one smile make you become younger. Can be the medication for treatment of your anxiety, stressful. When we chew it slowly, it makes all the muscle in our face relax, and it stimulates more and more enzyme, more and more substance to make our skin, make our body become younger. It refresh, it rebuild faster, eliminate all the blockage, all the toxin faster. So it helps our immune system to be stronger. It helps our central nervous system become more relaxed, more calm, more patient. And at the same time, you see we have the gland next to our ear. When we chew carefully in our muscle in our cheek, will be stimulated. This gland will be stimulated. And this one connects to 3 different very important systems. First, to the central nervous system is the parasympathetic in front of the frontal lobe. It connects to the hypothalamus. It connects to the pituitary gland. That is a very tiny, like a kidney bean, but it is the headquarter, the top to conduct all the activity of all of the gland in our body. So by stimulating all of that, it makes our central nervous system, especially the parasympathetic, more relaxed. We feel more calm, more peaceful. And by stimulating the pituitary gland, it makes our brain become more aware, more alert. The wisdom and the insight become brighter. So during the time of eating, it's no different as during the time we are sitting in meditation. It makes our body totally relaxed. It makes our body feel calm, peaceful, joyful, elimination of all the toxin, all the blockage. And especially the higher level of physical and physiology, that means it can do the same thing like we are in deep concentration. The central nervous system will secrete the substance to heal the internal organ when it has any imbalance or abnormal or a wound internally. So by chewing carefully, slowly, we have a lot of benefit, and not really different as we are sitting in meditation. So that's why we need to eat slowly, chew carefully, and we should not eat full stomach, because that is the advice from the Buddha time. But now we think that is very clearly benefit, because when we eat full stomach, our stomach doesn't have a capacity to mix or to clean the food we eat, so it can contract and expand, contract and expand, twitching a little bit, not like the intestine, it moves and it twitch, but the stomach, it can contract, expand only. That is the way to mix or to bring any substance not chew carefully in our mouth. And then that is the way to mix the food, the nutrition, with the enzyme fluid, the digestive fluid. So make it break down, chop off the long or the complicated molecular into the small block for our body to use. So if we eat only 2/3 of our stomach, it still have an empty space. So when it contracts, it has a space to move around. So the digestive fluid have an opportunity to penetrate and mix evenly with the nutrition. So by that action, it will help for the digestion easier. It will help for the absorption, will extract the most nutrition as possible, and the elimination will be minimal. But when we eat full stomach, our stomach cannot contract, and the food we eat, we swallow down, cannot penetrate, cannot be mixed with the digestive fluid and other enzymes. So it makes difficult for the digestion, it makes difficult for the absorption, and our body has to eliminate a whole portion of the food, so it wastes of time, waste of energy, and we don't get much nutrition into our body. The other thing, when we eat only 2/3 of our stomach, for example, we have our body needs 2,000 kilocalories to work, to function a day. If we eat only 2/3 our stomach, that means we not provide 100% 2,000 kilocalorie energy. We only provide 1,500 or 1,700 only, right? So the rest 300 or 500 kilocalorie missing. Our body has to find out the way to compensate for that amount of energy to provide for our body to work. So where it goes to take, our body is very smart. It doesn't want to take the bad thing. It has to take the really best food first. If it doesn't have that capacity, and it will go lower and lower down standard. So the first thing it does, it go around the GI tract and in the organ in the body to see any bacteria, any cell, old cell or abnormal cell. Take that one and recycle faster and easier. Because the food we eat outside, we bring from outside in, it has a totally different energy level, different frequency. But this one inside the body, doesn't matter that is the bacteria or that is the old cell, the abnormal cell. But because it already stay in the body for a while, so now the energy level is almost the same, close to our body. So it makes it much easy for digestion and absorption. So it spends less energy, less time to work, but it have a more nutrition. So that's why our body likes doing that. That is one of the benefits why we apply that during the fasting for healing. Our body will go around, detect all the bacteria, all the old cells, all the abnormal cells. Use that one first. That's why during the fasting for healing, we don't want to provide any solid food from outside. It makes our body tired, more tired for digestion, for absorption, for elimination. And then it don't have capacity to go around to search, to take over all the bad substance in our body. So, and then after it finished that job, it had to go to upper level. Remember yesterday we talking about 4 kinds of nutriment. So the first one is the solid, right? The second one for the first 5 cent organ. So if after it finished clean up in the body, but it's still not enough 500 or 300 kilocalories. Now it goes to search for the nice sound, the nice image, or for the calmness, the peaceful state of the mind, and automatically it dry up the mental formation and the spiritual life. That's why in the old time, the Buddha not allowed the Buddha recommend for the Sangha, especially for the monastic, don't eat more than 2/3 of their stomach. And then they stay outdoor, meditate in the middle of the jungle, the forest, and in the outdoor environment. So the body will search for the higher energy level in the universe when we don't provide 100% of energy in the first level or the first group of nutriment. And finally, very important, and this is one of the main cause for obesity and sickness, because of the wrong proportion of our meal during the day. Most of the, you see, before the industrial time, the farmer, the people in the village, they have a correct portion of the meal during the day. That means they eat breakfast kind of 30 to 40%, and then they have a lunch 50%. At dinner, they have only 10 or 20% of the whole total meal for a day. If they follow that, whatever they eat, it will burn out and supply the energy right away for their body to work. For example, from 7 or from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Right? Only 4 hours. That almost enough. And then from noon to about 5 to 6, longer time, they need more energy, so that's why we need to eat more. By the time when 6 o'clock, we're going home, we have a dinner or supper around 6 or 7. We need only a little bit energy for 2 or 3 more hours, and we go to the bed. We don't work much at night. So all of the food digest, provide energy, so our body doesn't have to do extra work. And then we will learn about the circadian rhythm of the nature and the cleanse of circadian rhythm in our body.